This is the 10th Chinese Knowledge Seekers Workshop, May 12th, 2015. We'll start with the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute introductory promotional video. And this one has Chinese subscripts to it.
Where does humanity go from here? What have we tried to do? What if there is more? Much more. The Keshe Foundation is proud to announce a new way to bring humanity forward through technology that brings humanity in line with the natural operation of the planet and universe itself. The new science and technology discovered and developed by the nuclear engineer Chinese Keshe centers upon the use and control of magnetico-gravitational fields. This new body of knowledge opens the road to hundreds of potential applications, which offer solutions to most of the fundamental problems of the world, such as water, food, environmental contamination, and shortages of energy. The Keshe Foundation is proud to unveil the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. Nestled amidst the beautiful shores of Bari, Italy, the Institute is poised to become a central hub in the spreading of plasma technology and knowledge. With its state-of-the-art 21st century facilities, the Institute will be able to provide students and staff an immersive way to learn the plasma technology, to be the leaders of the new generation of scientists and plasma engineers. Keshe Foundation has opened the door to the world for peaceful usage of technology that is independent of the limited resources that are available on Earth. This is an understanding of how everything works together in harmony in our universe, and it applies to everything from the smallest to the biggest, from atoms to galaxies. We all are able to collectively work together in pursuit of knowledge, innovation, and solutions for our society. This learning environment is new to the world, where there will be no test to confirm your understanding. The knowledge of everyone will be respected and allowed to flourish in a nurturing environment. Hands-on testing and experimenting will be widely used in conjunction with roundtable discussions to bring all opinions and knowledge forward. Students will be introduced to a change in the ethos of working in collaboration. Students will experience firsthand how we share knowledge in a free and open manner. Graduating students are expected to share the knowledge they gain from the university within their respective communities and nations. All formal teachings, lectures, and presentations will be in the English language, with technology available for immediate translation. Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute will be offering 3-year executive master programs for undergraduate degree students and 1-year executive master programs for graduate degree students in the following fields: space transportation, new plasma technology, health, agriculture, materials, energy. The health section is designed to make students able to live in space without the need to return to Earth. To this end, the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute has found processes for many diseases including ALS, cancer, coma, epilepsy, multiple sclerosis. Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute will offer online teaching courses which will enable anyone, anywhere around the world to enroll and increase their knowledge and understanding. Students will have the opportunity to direct their work towards commercial spin-offs and seek funding through the help of the Keshe Foundation. The access to the new science and new technologies is openly available for peaceful use to the benefit of mankind to make a better world today. Now you can be part of the changing world and the new knowledge. All commercial spin-offs are intended to be open source and patent-free. This is part of the core ethos of the Keshe Foundation and the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute will have its official inauguration on April 21st, 2015, with courses commencing soon after on May 4th, 2015. The students of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute will be the leaders of the future who will make changes in all areas of space technology, science, medicine, agriculture, and energy. Anyone is able to apply but acceptance is through invitation only. No prerequisites are required. We will be accepting approximately 250 students for the 3-year Executive Master's Program and 120 students for the 1-year Executive Master's Program. We welcome humanity's participation in the knowledge of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute. Where does humanity go from here? That is up to you. Apply today.
Thank you very much. Can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you, Mr. Keshe. And this is the beginning of the 10th Chinese Knowledge Seekers Workshop. Go ahead. We have a few Chinese knowledge seekers ready to with questions and presentations here, but you have your thing to say first, of course.
Is there anything from Lisa who let us know?
And not really. We have a few experiments to share with all the knowledge seekers. So we will show some videos and pictures and stuff.
Okay, thank you very much. It's the first time I've seen the introduction video with Chinese subtitle. Thank you very much for your work. We'll sit and we'll learn from you, because every time you come online, we learn a lot. So please start.
OK，我翻译一下刚刚那个瑞克说说欢迎来到第10次这个中国广播的教学，然后开始问我说，Lisa，你们有什么我们有什么新东西吗？可以从你们听到。我说我们可能有一些实验会跟大家分享和展示开始说每次我们开始中国教学，我们都能从中国这里学到很多东西。所以说那我们现在可以看看能从你那里学到什么开始。然后现在是谁要展示这个 ？OK， 这个是什么？这是照片，是哪个？第一个的。
这个我来说吧。这个第一个是由高维之灵提供的这个实验的视频。
我们要先展示那个科尔的视频。
先做第二个问题。
那录像要录像，对，科尔的录像。可以吗？We are going to present a video. 对，科尔的那个视频。不是 picture 啦，是 video。先展示另外科尔的吧。这个是。这是 picture， 这不是 video。I can introduce this about this picture. Okay, this is a video Mr. Keshe presented before about use two magnet to move a plastic tube, and then so now we have a experiment. I could present. We use Islam. Almost anything can move anything in a plastic, nanoplastic container. Do you have? How come? 这个展示特别不清楚啊，为什么展示的不好呢？ Probably we can use wins. How do you present the video about the promotion video? How come this one doesn't show, only show the pictures, not a video?
The technology that they use is a screen capturing program on this particular application.
So it doesn't
It's
show
not
it.
as smooth as it normally would be. That's correct, and it all depends on your connection as well. So there will be different options in the future, but this moment, this is what we're going to be doing.
Okay, so in this video, let me see. You can Matthew, you can describe the question about this one. The cursor.
from 科尔对吧？
Yeah， 就是这个问题。
就是第二个问题嘛，科尔的问题嘛。
对对对，第二问题。
好的，那么我们首先来到这个科尔提出的一个问题。那么如刚才我们的展示所见呢，如图所见，一个 PET 材料的塑料用氢氧化钠泡了2个多月，然后呢再用水冲洗后，内部没有水滴形成。在这个塑料内部检测到了微弱的电压，原来透明的变得几乎不透明。经过检测后，如这个视频，就是刚才我们展示的视频所示的，在外部可以用任何材料影响这个内部任何悬浮物产生明显的运动。这个本身问题有点错别字啊，意思就是这个有个 PET 塑料用氢氧化钠泡了2个多月，然后在用水清洗之后呢，在这个氢氧化钠的在这个塑料的这个内部检测到微电压，然后它这个塑料呢又变成了几乎不透明，然后检测以后呢，在外部任何的材料都可以影响这个塑料内部的任何悬浮物的一个运动。那么问题就是第一个问题是什么原因导致了这种情况？
Can probably Vince, can you show our Rick show the video, because this one can show anything.
Okay, so is there sound in that video, Lisa?
No, it's just the picture. It's not like a movie. It's just a set of pictures. When show up on here, it's not a video.
Yes, that's just.
Okay, I can try to present it and see if it plays better, perhaps.
Yeah, if you can present, see
let me go.
Better.
Okay. Let me start at the beginning again here. No sound? You want no sound?
I see. It was just his connection.
Yeah.
I have sound that I can turn up.
Should be touching anything, huh? And it's a plastic. See that?
Yeah.
So the principle that the center of the Earth contains metallic material, that the magnetic fields of the Earth cause motion, is totally irrelevant. The center can be anything. It could be silica, it could be anything. So it not necessarily needs to be metallic or magnetic, because simply if you can tune into into its frequency,
It's still like
dictates the motion. If you're not touching, can you show under the paper that there is no contact?
Yeah.
So the magnetic field follows the motion. This is very, very interesting, huh? So
yeah, you can ask the forum that they do repeat this independently at home, just to check it.
Yeah. How about, okay, this is the video, and this is the plastics was treated with a caustic for 2 months, more than 2 months, and wash it, and then was put in here, and he put a metal on the top of it, and it's hanging there. So he used just a wood stick, and then can move this one. This is what's going on?
So I do see the interaction there with no physical interaction.
Yeah.
this is what we explained yesterday in the deuterium and a Coca-Cola bottle. The reason your hand or any object will move this, because this is a copper oxide, if I'm correct, or is it iron? The metal, which is nano-coated.
It can be anything.
Yeah.
He tried the plastic, he tried iron, and tried the copper, also wood.
The container is nano-coated, or the liquid is a nano-coated material.
Doesn't have liquid. This is an empty box. Hello?
Hello, I'm listening.
Okay. It's an empty box. It's just nothing inside. So he just hang a piece of material. It can be plastic. It can be metal. It's a copper or iron. And he hang there, and he used another object outside the box, and he, by moving the other object, can move inside the one. Even use a hand, he can move it.
Yes, I understand. But the container is nano-coated.
Yes.
Yeah. This is what we explained yesterday in the teachings of the SSI. That you can use this property for extraction of different materials in Coca-Cola bottle. There is another gentleman who's done the same, and we've seen this years and years ago in the lab. If you choose the right magnet for what you put in, you can extract the material. Is the property of the gravitational magnetic field of the container, which creates an envelope of what do you call magrav around the cup, which now that interacts with any motion of any field, which the wood or a hand is in a strength of the plasma. So you create a gravitational magnetic field interaction between the entity and the environment. If you go to more other levels of this, is how the food digestion of the man depends on his environment, because gravitational magnetic field of the environment you live in, and with the food which is in the GANS state of the tube of your body or in your intestine gets affected by the fields within the environment. That this is one of the reasons you show it very clearly this way, that some of us can eat and digest some food in some part and we cannot eat the same thing in another part. Or we have certain diets according to the environment we live, because this is how the, yes?
Sorry, I think we need you to move a little closer to the computer as it's getting harder to understand.
Okay, am I close enough? Is it better now?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so our environment affects our digestion system, which the body is in a GANS state. We have seen this years and years ago. And if you are very clever with it, you can make a chain of these cups and wires and just move one and the rest will move, and you make a sequential movement motion. I did this a few years ago. So if you choose them in a certain pattern and choose them in a way to sit next to each other, once one moves, it moves the other one, and it's good enough to move the others, you create a perpetual motion. And it'll never run out, because the connection is magnetic field and is relevant of the matter state. This is part of that planetary system even move. Okay, translate.
Okay. I'll translate. 开始说，这个呢就是这个盒子，就说是这样。它产生了一个就是等离子体的磁引力场，在这个盒子的周围内部，就像一个信封一样。所以说呢，它就会跟周围的这个物体呢会相互作用。所以呢，任何物体在外部呢就可以作用于里边的这个物质，就会相互作用。他说这个是在很多年前呢，我们就做过这个东西，用那个可口可乐那个瓶。因为这个也是 PET 的嘛，然后说用可口可乐瓶做过这个实验，就观察到现象，而且正好昨天在这个对知识寻求者的这个教学里边，就是太空学院了 SSI 的教学里边，然后呢他们也谈到，就说正好也教了这个问题说这个东西呢，而且呢就说你如果要是做一串的话，你可以呢就说你在这边动一个东西，就说那么呢你往下后边一个个全影响，就是一大排都可以运动，说是这个样子的。他说这个东西就说你任何一个外边一个 object 就可以就说一个物体可以运动里边这个物体，而且这个不是受，因为它的相互作用是等离子体磁场对它的相互作用，所以就可以一串都动。还有一个这个说呢，可以联系到说，因为这产生一个场嘛，还有跟这个我们平时人的食品也是这个是有关系的。就是说我们吃食品和吸收呢实际上是和周围的场是有关的，不是独立的。这就是为什么呢？我们在一个地方吃的食品到另外一个地方可能就不合适。就说是跟它周围是整个，你如果对这个食品的吸收是跟整个的周围的环境磁场都有关系就是这样子。然后那你要问问题吗？那个石头。
那么第二个问题呢，就是第二个问题就是和开始先生之前的那个视频两个相结合，就是这两种情况下，那么这个和 我们说就前面视频所展示的那个塑料盒子里面的这个情况是不是一样？他们有没有什么之间有什么关系？
对，实际上这个都已经，应该是算回答了，都差不多。
好的。那还有一个第
是吧？
三个问题就是这种
用在
塑料纳米，还有第三个问题，这种塑料纳米，怎么样能够用在这个反应器的发光还有运动上？
Okay. There are three questions here about this experiment, but first two questions, Mr. Keshe already answered them without asking, but Mr. Keshe already answered. So now we come to the third question. The question is, how can we use this nano-coated plastic to use? It's like for the reactors to use light to do lighting motion. Mr. Cash?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah. The third question is what this nanoplastic can be used for example, making a light or a motion.
You can use it for different applications. You can even make condition of the lining. You can make different layers of nano and non-nano materials, and if you understood that and you can keep it, you can produce physical, very much like the generators of today with a rotor in the middle of the magnet. There has huge applications, but in time people will do it because we've done this some time ago. I have a gadget somewhere in the lab which shows how it's done. You have nano-coated it, the total of the cup, but if you nano-coat partially or inside outside, you will see different kind of motions and rotations, and then you can use it for any purpose you like. Thank you very much for showing this. In the teaching yesterday, we showed the application of this for creation of a specific material as a basis of the new technology fuel. If you go to Monday afternoon teaching of the second week, we have explained exactly how you can use this even for like filtering specific materials.
开始回答说这个东西应该是有好多用处的一个呢，他是说如果你做这个就是纳米涂层，如果不是全部做的话，你如果只做部分，那么你会展现出就是说不同的性质，你可以有很多特殊的应用这个呢有好多还是需要就是说将来发展的。以前他说以前说做过一点，他跟就是说昨天的这个教学的话呢，他跟学员们展示了这个就是说一个特殊的用法。他说我们可以查一下那个教学的内容。石头还有什么补充的吗？
没有了。
Okay, so now we come to the next question. 我们展示下一个吗？这个视频大家看得清楚吗？Did you all see clearly about this video? It's like when you use a hand to move it, so the inside the hanging the wire can like move left and right. It seems like I have a repelling force. It's like when you go close, it goes further away, and then when you back, it swing back. So it's like when you do Yeah.
It's just this. You can make all sorts of game gadgets with this. And if you understand this process, and part of what I said teaching of yesterday, you can make instruments for extracting certain things, for example, from the blood or from the vein, or repositioning it. The movement of matter state in the environment of the GANS is not something which we are not familiar with, but we have ignored the existence of it because we never understood the behavior of the GANS material and nanomaterials where there is a matter state element in it. This is, as I said in the teaching of yesterday, what you show is a very clear example that when the matter enters the environment of the GANS or nanolayer material, nanolayer coated environment, it behaves through its plasma and not through its matter. If you take, pardon?
Does that include the matter state of GANS too, as in a dried GANS?
Well, it doesn't matter. This is what it is. This is what it reacts. You, as I said in the teachings of yesterday, the ones who are part of the knowledge seekers, part of this process now we are applying in Fukushima in a different shape but the form, but in principle the same. We have isolated radioactive materials, and through this process we move and remove the radioactive material out of the reactors, out of the environment of the radiation, without anybody touching it. But we have used it in a totally different way, back to front. I think when I showed it to Marco, he was surprised. It's understanding the technologies, understanding the knowledge and translating it. This process, because the Japanese could not see TEPCO how to do it, what was there. So I reversed the technology and gave it back to them in a different form. And as you know, the fifth stage of the development and testing of the technology for extraction of nuclear material from TEPCO site and agricultural site in Japan has started. But this is part of the technology which is used. Do you want to try? Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you before I go, then you translate.
Okay.
We have, or you Chinese community have ignored one of the main important things, or it has gone behind, what they call it, on the hindsight, you're ignoring it, is the fact that you in China are more or less affected by Fukushima as much as the Japanese have on the northeast coastline of the country. You have received high and huge dosage of nuclear material, radiation, radioactive. So if you understand this, and as the Chinese authorities open the door, you need to understand this technology and take it to your nation for decontamination of the northeastern borders of your country, where they received the first avalanches of the radioactive material from Fukushima. Carry on.
OK，首先是这样，这个就是说，先解释了一下这个原理，就是说，任何物质在这个一个干丝的环境里边，就是说或在纳米材料环境里边，它会表现为干丝，就是说不是，它对那个跟外界的相互作用呢，它会表现出以场的方式会跟这个相互作用。 然后这个呢可以用于比如说吸引一些东西或者吸收一些东西所以呢这个就是等于现在是我们就是开始基金会和这个日本方面的这个辅导的这个测试呢现在进行到了第5个阶段，所以说就可以用辅导呢实际上是利用这个系数可以吸收这些个，就是把这些个放射性给它隔绝起来，而且就说可以吸收吸引过来，就是说你不需要进到场地，也不需要实际上去接触它，你就可以就是说给它吸引过来然后到最后的时候呢，因为开始说我现在继续说，然后你再翻译就说它防止岔过去嘛然后就说实际上日本福岛的这个污染已经就是说很厉害，这海域比较广，那么我们的中国的东北呢也已经污染的很严重，所以这个事情处理这事情呢跟我们中国也息息相关，说如果我们中国的这个政府呢如果知道这方面的就说知道这个情况的话，如果感兴趣的话，其实我们应该是更要主动就是说动手用这个技术来清理这个污染是这样说的。Okay. Any questions about this presentation? 我刚才问一下他们有没有问题关于这个实验似乎没什么问题。那么我们就去第一个问题吧，那的。
好的，我们现在回到我们之前的第一个问题。那么请放一下这个第一个问题相关有个视频，对吗？
就放那个把这 PDF file 放上吧。Could you show the you can show the PDF file. 关于这个。
好的，那在展示这个文件之前呢，我就先读一下来自高维之灵的这个第一个问题。那么高维之灵呢上传了一个视频，还有一些实验的照片。那么在下面的图片中呢，待会我们会展示出来的图片，展示的是高维之灵用一个单一二氧化碳干丝来制造的星体组合反应器。那么这4个反应器呢连接在一起，统一用一个电源和一个调速器，还有一个转向开关控制不能单独控制其中的任何一个反应器，也就是说是连体的，只能同时进行控制。那反应器在5月4号晚上开始运行，最初4个反应器都是逆时钟旋转的，但大概3天后，4个反应器的旋转方向与速度自动发生变化，有的顺时钟旋转，有的逆时钟旋转，转速也有时快有时慢。同一个反应器有时很平稳，振动很小，有时又会振动很大那么用手去摸这个电机来感知这个电机的温度，发现电机并没有过度发热的现象，温度也很低。问题就是请问凯史先生，为什么会发生这样的现象呢？接下来我们可以针对这些现象做些什么？ Okay.
Okay, I can translate the question. This is the gentleman. He have a reactor site is
Can we read the question? Can you go back and put the question up as well, please?
It's on here.
Okay.
This is the video.
The video, yes.
So, yeah.
Do you want me to play the video now? Would that be good?
Playing the video.
Yeah, you can play the video. It's fine. It just shows the reactors are spinning. The directions are different. So it just shows that. So, and there's description about it.
I was reading the description.
Yeah, the description. he has the 4 reactors because they are came from the same power source, and firstly spinning the same direction. They are anti-clockwise, but that's the one they put on the ground. And then when he put the formation, because the upside one, he didn't switch the direction. So the upside one is clockwise. The bottom 3 are anti-clockwise. So they are not spinning the same direction. And after like 3 days of period of time, and those 4 reactors, they just they change the speed, and also some of them like change the direction of the rotation. And first the bottom one was 3 anti-clock. The up one is clockwise, and now I think he has 3 of them anti-clock. 3 of them anti-clockwise, and 1 is clockwise. So he's asking, how come those one they just change it? They still have the same power source, and the power, the current still the same direction. So they just change it.
I don't understand, because I was trying to read what was said or what was written.
Mm-hmm.
He started with 3 anti-clock.
1 is clockwise.
Yeah. And then
Mr. Keshe, we're having trouble with the audio there. There's a lot of beeping coming through.
yeah, because what happened is he started with 3 anti-clockwise, all connected to the same power supply.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a day, 1 changed position, direction of motion.
Actually, it's like after 2 or 3 days, and the bottom 2 become the 2 become clockwise. 1 is still anti-clockwise, and the up one become anti-clockwise. So it was like a 3 change to opposite direction.
So 2 or 1 changed to clockwise after 2 or 3 days, and then the third one changed direction too.
Yeah, the third one, the up one.
So they all go clockwise.
Yeah, it goes to anti-clockwise. So 3 change the directions. 1 still the same.
1 which is the same is on the top or on the bottom?
On the bottom one.
So you have 3 bays. This is
bays.
very normal. This change of direction is dictated by the balance between the plasma of each reactor. This is what we. It's okay. I don't want. This is the condition of the magnetic gravitational field forces. We were speaking about this in the teaching of this week or last week. The gravitational magnetic field of the free plasma dictates the speed and rotation of it. The interesting thing will be if he sits in there and dictates the condition of which one he wants to change. Because the filling has a CO2 mixture, is the same as his brain, it's got a CO2 mixture. You can use a mixture of copper oxide and CO2, and then you will understand that it dictates by the motion of the physicality too. This is one of the interesting points, that if you nano-coat your cores internally or non-nano-coat your cores internally, doesn't matter what it is, then you get a different performances, different magnetic field condition, or the change of direction of the rotation is now with this system, he shows it, is independent of the position here, because now the fields, what we call the free plasma fields, dictate the rotation of it, and this is in a very physical way. This is what we're teaching again this week, and I've studied in other teachings that Venus never been hit by no material or no meteorite to change his position. This picture puts an end to this hypocrisy too. What you're showing confirms that the change of direction, this gentleman should have sat down and watched this thing all the time. He would have seen the system comes to a halt and it starts rotating the other way, and this is what happened to Venus. Because now is the free plasma strength dictates the rotation of the reactors, and there is nothing strange about this. It's just now, thanks very much to the Chinese group, showing and putting an end to this, what we always said about the hypocrisy of the Venus rotating the wrong way. If you had one of your reactors on a free rotation, you would have seen it most probably changing the axis as well. It would have rotated like a football in a free plasma. That's the way the planets do. In time, we will build these reactors which are not axis-based but motion-based on the like ball bearings. This is very nice. Thank you very much. It's the forces of the central plasma, free plasma, which dictates, due to its strength, the rotation of the reactor's matter condition. And then they change rotational speed and direction of the motion.
Okay.
Ask them to switch off the machine and put a camera 24 hours a day, watching the program, watching the rotation, and then they will see it will come to an end, it come to a halt, and then they start changing direction according to the plasma of the free plasma in the center of the star formation.
Okay.
Let me explain something before you translate and I forget.
Okay. Okay.
This change of direction, this change of rotational speed and motion confirms without a shadow of a doubt that the GANS materials release and produce gravitational magnetic fields. Up to now, if there was any doubt, people saying you're measuring different fields or whatever, and it's whatever, by change of the motion and creation of the free plasma and rotation of the cores, this confirms that the material in the cores is made of plasma, and the interaction of the plasmas have led to creation of the free plasma, which 4 reactors are feeding this free plasma in the center, which by mass is field strength is much bigger than, stronger than the other 2 or 3, and as you did not measure exact amounts of the amount of CO2 in each core, the lightest mass has changed first, then the second and the third will change, and then when the mass changes again, you'll find out they start rotating anti-clockwise again if you carry on what has already been done. So This test confirms two things, and Rick, if you can hold on to this for the teaching, please. This is an important video which confirms both of our works in everywhere and the writings in the books. Its gravitational magnetic field shows they change course of direction, and this buries for good the hypocrisy of the rotation of Venus being hit by the meteorite. And the most important thing is that this condition confirms that the plasma or the gases are in the plasma and they reduce.
I don't think we can understand you very well at all there. It's really
Pardon?
up. It's just very,
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, it's just
Is it better?
beeping. Maybe you want to give that headset a little whack on the table.
Da, 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 da. Is this better now?
Yeah, much better.
It's better. Okay, now I've come close to the computer. So, I repeat myself again, Rick, if you can store this video, it's important for us. And historically, one confirms the field strength of exertion by the free plasma. And the most important thing is this independently, without any detectors, confirms that GANSs are plasmas and they release fields. They release fields both in magnetical and gravitational, and the creation of an interaction of them leads to creation of the what we call the free plasma or soul of the system. Thank you very much. As usual, you Chinese come up with most fantastic things. Thank you very much for your video.
Thank you.开始先生解释说，这个是由于，是这样子的，说4个就是这几个反应器呢，制造出一个在中间会有一个自由等离子体。那么这个自由等离子体呢，会控制这个这就是这几个反应器的它们的转速和方向，就是说，然后是如何能够就是供养这个中间的维持这个中间的等离子体然后说这个视频呢。非常棒，说就是他开始又表扬我们中国团队，说我们中国教学老师给带来最好的这个实验和结果说这个实验呢，就说又另外一方面就说我们不用这种没有这种测量仪器，就进一步呢就说确定了，就说进一步确定了是什么？就说这种改变速度和方向，确定了，就是说我们的这个干丝材料，干丝可以呢制造产生磁引力场。这个磁引力场呢，就是说可以有磁场，也可以有这个物质的场首先呢，这个说这个中心的这个磁引力场，如果控制其他的这个转速和方向的话，它会控制这个质量最轻的这个会容易控制一些，然后呢再使它能够改变以后呢，那么整个场会改变以后呢，它也这个中心的等离子场，然后也会改变其他的，就是说这个作用是就是说它是磁引力嘛，包括磁场也包括引力，就是说同时控制这个等于物质层面的这个运动，就是说不光是磁场和也有引力场所以会改变这个它的方向和这个速度。然后开始给建议说什么呢其实你可以，因为这是二氧化碳干丝啦，跟人的这个大脑的这个情感是比较联系比较紧密，人的干丝他说没说氧化铜好像没说。然后说呢，你实际上是什么？你人在旁边可以控制一个反应器，你可以控制一个反应器，让这个反应器怎么样？然后就说是高速转还是不转还是怎么着？然后又利用这一个可以再控制整体，再可以控制它的，所以说你可以控制住一个反应器的速度。这个是就是说你可以用意识来做这个实验。那么另外一个实验呢，开始建议说你也可以呢把它们就说给它关掉，然后呢你可以给放一个录像。 你知道吗？你放录像呢，你就可以把那录像放在那里，你就可以监视这个东西，看它怎么样就说比如一个反应器停了，然后又如何又转动了，又往相反方向转动。所以这个就说证明是什么？这个等离子体的话，实际上我们这个等离子体就是说能够制造出一个就是说这个干丝材料呢是有这个磁引力场，它可以形成一个等离子体，而且就说几组干丝就是几组反应器可以形成一个中心的这个自由等离子体。这个自由等离子体呢是可以对其他就说会对其他的这个磁场会有相互作用，同时不光是磁场，由于磁场的作用也会对这个物质层次也会有作用嘛，因为就说这个运动就是机械的，就说转动就说都会控制这个可以制造，实际上是可以制造这个运动的基本上就是这样。然后开始说非常感谢我们就说这个这是高位之灵，感谢他给我们展示这个实验然后是我们到下一个往上走吧，下问题。
好的，那么下面呢，这个高位之灵他还有一个第二个问题，这个问题呢是
Have you finished translating?
Yes. So you go ahead, Mr. Keshe.
Okay, what happened is that try to measure the time of the switch, how long it took to change, if you can repeat the experiment, or carry on and see where the changes happen, and increase the mass of the CO2, extract the water from inside, increase the mass of CO2, and see how long it takes for the change of the rotation. If it reduces or increases, and how it will affect the rotation, or would the rotation change at all?
OK. 开始建议说你可以测量一下这个时间，就是说多长时间它会改变这个运动方向然后你就看看它的间隔是多少。然后另外一个试验呢，你可以把里边的水给争取提取出来，那么你增加二氧化碳，增加二氧化碳干丝的这个含量，然后看看这个二氧化碳干丝的增加呢如何会改变这个时间可以做这两方面的实验。Okay, finish the translating. So we go to next question.
好的，我们
Rick, can you go back to the picture? Up?
等一下还开始问说能再回去这个照片
Okay.
回到这个照片。
I'm not presenting right now, but I can if you wish.
Stop, please.
就这个照片。
They use a plate. That's why they don't lose the balance. You know, the vibration doesn't come in. They support the motor totally from an end, physically cover it. From both sides, physically cover it. So the motor sits that way. You don't get that vibration. Just stop it, and you don't get the problem we have. You see it? It's done it on both plates. Where the bottom plate is stand is a single plate. It's a very good idea. So more stable, you don't get the vibration. Okay, carry on.
Okay. 估计刚才开始看
the question number 2.
OK. 那么下面我们
Number 2 we already finished. That's the first one.
It says since the first night the reactors began to rotate, I found that my sleep quality was improved and less sleep was needed. In addition, it brought me more peace of mind as well as some changes on my behavior. I hope your wife likes it if you're married. Go up. Go up.
往下走一走。Can you go? Yeah, 往下走一走。
When I sit beside the reactors at the same time, giving love to the person, imagining him or her, was in the state of tranquility, peace, happiness, whether it can indeed influence someone. Would this bring him or her changes? Go back to our talks before in respect to the American government and the intelligence services which were with us in the Sensano and in different forms appeared in the presentation and opening of the foundation. We informed them we have the technology which can, and people would not remember what they were carrying with them because they change and their emotion will change to the state of peace. You have two factors missing from your reactor. If you do change, yes, you can bring them and you can change them. But the only thing is that you can't make them sad or take energy from them. Because the cycle of the gravitational magnetic field, if it's not within the state of your mind, will not affect. So you have what you asked, yes, you can do. In a way, why you have found peace and tranquility is because you have the common denominator of CO2 in your brain, and you have found balance in what is not needed. But please do not tell lie because it'll come out in different words while you're speaking it. Translate.
Okay. 然后开始就是念的这个就是第二个问题，我不知道你们看不看得见啊？就是说，我用一个就是二氧化碳干丝制造这个反应器，然后这样呢，我发现我的睡眠质量提高了，睡眠减少，心情变得更加宁静。然后呢，就是几天后呢，就是说一些习惯开始改变。然后问凯尔先生，如果我坐在反应器的旁边，进入宁静，然后在意识中想像一个另外一个人，就是说和平啊、快乐这种状态，那我是不是能够给这个人有多大的影响？他们是不是会改变？然后开始就回答说这个呢，就回到之前我们在Sensano那边的时候呢，美国的就是说政府官员过来，就是他们以各种形式过来，还有我们在我们这个就是开学典礼上。我们就说过，如果你要是，我们可以就是说使你忘掉你手里拿的武器，就说是干什么的，我们可以就是说使你改变你这个状态。然后呢，这个还说到说，因为你是这个反应器的话，说这个二氧化碳干丝呢，因为跟我们大脑有一个共同的这个特征就是它叫common什么 denominator 所以呢就说你就说是可以改变，但是呢你不可能就是说不会给别人这个悲伤或者其他的东西，而且呢你还不能从别人那里获得不能从别人那里拿能量然后后边这一句我没太听清楚石头你翻译一下看能不能？说你不能撒谎是什么意思
就是说如果
你说
我听的也就是听到撒谎，然后如果撒谎的话，它那个反应器什么会有一个不同的变化，这个变化怎么说我没听清。
Could you repeat the last few sentences about Mr. Keshe about the reactors? Like you cannot lie from that on. Mr. Keshe?
Which part do you want me to repeat?
The one side you cannot give a side and you cannot lie, those parts.
This is to do because you carry a CO2 in your brain. Part of the structure of the brain of the man is CO2. So you directly interact with what you have loaded partially.
然后就说你是会只跟那个开始解释说，因为这个是有二氧化碳嘛，跟你的大脑结构是一样的，所以呢，你只能就是说有这个和你当初你就是说给它加载的是一样的，你只能就是说对这些有反应。
The question 3 read, my star formation only contains CO2 GANS, no nanolayers or other kind of gases. Could this kind of star formation achieve lift? Yes. Could it supply the energy needed for people to be applied in medical treatment? Yes. Could it be used to produce CO2 gas in a box containing salt water by just placing the box around it? If you do it right way, yes. Now, go up to number 2 from Carol. I leave the rest for you to test and come back to me. And then let us all know what we learned.
OK，开始先生念这个第3个问题，说我这个干丝反应器就是只是用二氧化碳干丝做的星体组合，然后说这个可以提升吗？实现飞升吗？开始回答 yes， 然后说是可以给提供人体的一切所需要的能量或用于人体医疗吗？开始说 yes， 那么说是不是我们可以用这反应器就直接就是说使得这个干丝盒子能够就是说生产这个二氧化碳干丝？开始说只要你条件合适对就可以做到说最后是说希望你能做这些实验，然后回来教我们。
Okay, question 2 is from Carol.
This is the first one. So go down. This one was interacting with the boxes in the hanging object. This is already done.
Can we read the English translation of it?
Yeah, we go to 往下走。
No, about the pet. This is question 3.
Question 3. Yeah, those.
We had question 2.
You already answered the question 2 and question 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Device that help people open the third eye.
Okay. This is the third one. Third person. Okay.
Why don't we get question number 2?
You did.
We did? Okay, I was half asleep then.
That question 2 is the first presentation. We
okay.
moved the number 2 to number 1 and number 1 to number 2. So now we go to number 3.
They mix them together. Okay, no, that's why we are confused. You mix them. Okay. You women are very good at this, and we follow it. Let me read the rest. It says, the device that might help people open the third eye. It's on Wikipedia. I get some inspiration from Mr. Keshe patent, some principle to make the device. As shown in the following picture, the interaction of two ring magnets leads to magnetic fields which pull and pulls the fields of GANS inside the space inside the internal bottle into external bottle. At the same time, field of three kinds of gases, which is CO2, CH3, and CO, are limited to space between the external bottle and internal bottle by operation field of nano-coated copper. As a result, this system contributes to release of field of gas into the water. Okay.
Can you go down? 往下走，往下走。
Okay, we need to go up a bit.
Yeah.
Now, don't go to question 4. We haven't finished question 3. Go down. Go up, back wherever you go. We're still reading the rest of it.
Yes, still there.
No. Oh, God. Where is he going?
We're still here.
Other wall, other way, other way.
OK， OK， 再回到问题3，往上一点点，别走这么多，慢慢走，再回去一点。Because my screen was didn't move at all.
More. We haven't finished with that picture. Here, go more.
我们回去。
Okay, stop.
This is number 5. We go number 3.
Yeah, we are reading number 3. We just read it,
yeah.
So it says I'm finished. We want to read to finish it.
Okay,
a
now
little bit higher.
再往下一点，第3个问题的第2部分，下一段。
You are getting as bad as the Spanish.
你第3个问题。是不是我这块慢呢？我现在还是显示第3。
头2张图片下面。
第3个问题的第下边一点，再往下边走。
对了。
Okay.
现在怎么不走啊？
As shown below, I mix CO2 GANS. Oh God.
Okay, perhaps I should take over so I can control the screen.
Yeah.
I think you better take over, Rick.
Yeah,
okay, Rick, take over because this is not taking us anywhere.
Yeah. Rick take over, so because he has the file too.
Do you want me to do a water dance till you find it?
我正好，我现在就可以翻译一下这个问题啊。应该是我们这个能够看见的，在论坛里我们也能看到这个问题。实际上，就是这个是唐长老的问题。
You Chinese do very nice work.
Thank you. 开始说我们。
I hope your conference presentation next time will be as good as your slides and teachings.
We hope so.
Where are you putting us while they're trying to find this thing? Where are you putting us? In Shanghai or in Beijing? Have you decided yet?
No, not yet.
Don't forget, I need 4 months to get a visa, huh? So you better hurry up.
Yeah, okay. 那个开始说应该就想做，希望你们也能做好。
This is as shown below. I mix two organs, two magnets on both ends.
I totally can't hear you there, Mr. Keshe. The buzzing was so loud that we couldn't hear you.
I come closer. But I have to read as well. It's the way we set up. As shown below, I mix CO GANS and CO2 GANS together in a little bottle and put 2 ring magnets on both ends. I use the rubber band to wrap around the device. Wear it on my forehead, fitted with the device to position between my eyes. God, you are really genius. Where the third eye located? My intention is that the magnetical field produced by the 2 magnets can direct the CO GANS field to enhance the eye and brain's magnetic field and make you crazy. That's a very good experience. You're still here, I wonder. You need a mental institute doing this. My question is whether it helps to open my third eye. What about putting a device into water and drinking the magnetized water? I hope you're still mentally sound, but we have to wait and see what you report later on.
You want me to translate?
There is a mystery in the mythology of man's life that you believe in a third eye, and the third eye is your conscious. The forehead, if you look at the structure of the physicality of the brain of the man, the way it's positioned, detection of the emotion in respect to environment of the feeling sits on your forehead. When you meet somebody, you diagnose if they are friends or how they emotionally feel about you, you don't turn your back. You feel their strength, they feel their emotions through the front of your eye. So the third eye is not a physical eye, is eye of perception and receive of information in the emotion of the person you receive. So if you're looking for a third eye, build yourself a star formation reactor and put in your forehead. I think you receive better information. But if you like to be unicorn with single eye, you're quite welcome to try it. But tell me if you mentally stay stable for next few months. It'll be very interesting.
Okay, want me to translate?
Yep.
Okay. 开始说你是不是就说还比较还正常，就说还没住精神，就说没有什么问题医院，然后说是这样子的，这个说你下面做实验的话，你告诉我们你的感觉如何？然后开始讲到了这个第三只眼，他是说这样的，就说实际上这个第三只眼呢，实际是我们的这个意识，就说是我们的意识，然后是这个位置呢是在我们这个就是额头前额的这个中间这个位置，实际上呢，我们是用它来探测我们周围环境的这个情感的这个，就说这个状况，这个状态，所以说你如果想了解一个人对你的情感，你是面对他，而不是说转身背后，从背后来感觉。他说这个是这个样子的所以说这个实际上这个第三只眼呢，实际上就说是探测情感的这个，就说是一种意识的这个，能够就说是这个样子的。然后开始开玩笑说你要想变成那个 unicorn 是那个一种就是神物来，就是一个那个犄角的那个，就是说是在这块长出来的。他说你如果做这些实验，你一定要的意思说你是不是现在还正常？我要不要告诉他那个这个是 drink 那个喝这个干丝的这个小伙子。Mr. Cash, this guy is the guy drinking CO2 gas. He released a video about drinking the CO2 gas. This is the same guy.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, okay. No wonder he's doing these tests. It's okay. What about putting the device into water and drinking the magnetized water? I think you haven't still understood that in this process you create magnetic gravitational, not magnetized. So whatever you drink, please, I've seen your videos, somebody showed it to me. I hope you're still healthy, and the things you show me and you're right, it raises a question on the integrity of the brain. But you take what you need from it, but you don't magnetize the water.
Okay. 开始回答说关于这个磁化水，这个就是这部分他说实际上是我们是给他一个磁引力场，这个水实际上是不是说磁化，是磁引力场。然后呢，你会吸收，就是说你所就是说所需要的这一部分。然后开始说，他说见过你的视频，然后呢说希望你就是说一切还正常。So do we go to the next question? Yeah.
Can we have the next question, please?
Rick, please.
Is this guy, the guy said because I didn't show the flight unit, he's going to eat till I show him? So he's already flying anyway.
Okay.
Better be careful what you
开
wish.
始说，开始说已经各处飞了。
Shall I read the question?
Yeah, read the
You
question.
need to scroll down.
Okay.
Yeah.
From WBR 51. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. I
Okay.
can say
So the picture below shows my GANS kit. I use a nano-coated ferrite magnet and copper plate. This system produces some GANS similar to CO2 GANS. And as you can see in the picture, some matter that look like salt appeared on the walls of box. What it is and how is it reproduced? I have boxes of these and I use the same method as you've done, but in a different way. When you put magnets, in these containers, you dictate the condition of magnetic field, which dictates the limitation to the matter state. So when you do that, you create a condition where the original structure of the CO2 GANS by use of salt was replicated. So you bring the plasma of the container and the environments around it equal to the condition of the, what you call the salt. This is a very natural salt process, is a condition of the creation of life, and if I had access, I would have shown kilos of it. It's just because now, this is what we explain even in the teachings of today in the SSI teachings. You change, you affect, you dictate condition by the presence of the matter in the state of plasma. And the interaction of it produces a magnetic field, which is part of the original mass in Magrav's strength of the creation of the entity. So what you have, you will create, and you carry on creating salts in a huge amount. If you keep it, it will fall off it. I have collected it over years. This way you produce pure salt, more or less without nature, and this is what is available in the environment of your container or your lab, or what is available in the container of your CO2. If your CO2 GANS was made in the water, you will see that it actually clogs up and becomes totally solid salt, because one of my containers have gone that way. Because in time the water evaporates, but it still keeps the crystal structure moisture, and then the whole box in a few months, in a year or two, the way I've done, will be a solid material. But you will see beginning of a life of a different form than you expect. You put a limitation by the magnet on the GANS energy transfer. That's why you see the salt. You want to translate?
Yes,开始解释说你这个呢是由于你这个磁铁，然后控制这个就是这个环境，使它制造这个能够就是说复制这个把这个磁场就是变成这个物质的这个转换的这个条件，然后呢就会把你就是你的这个盐就会就是制造出来。他说这个呢主要是说你用你这个周围的这个物质的这个条件，然后改变这个周围的磁场，然后呢这个周围磁场呢就说如果合适的话，它就会把这个等离子体的这个磁场就会在物质这个层 层次上就会等于复制所以呢你就会出现这个炎他说这个炎呢，你如果在他以前就是说可以搞出很多很多盐来，如果在12年的话，会把这个盒子都会装满这个盐，而且这个盐呢是比较纯净的盐，就是说是完全纯的盐还有石头，你再看看它还有什么我给 miss 掉了。
Before I read another question, this is for the Chinese Keshe Foundation supporters. There is a lot of you around there. I don't know if you listened to the health workshop last week or if you haven't. In June, we start the process of the cancer reversal through remote control. What does this mean? Is that we are looking for 100 cases of cancer around the world. The setting up of the equipment for this system starts tomorrow afternoon here in the Institute. I already spoken with Professor Lutzi. We start working to build it to be ready. Oh, yeah, sorry. You want that? Okay. You didn't want to hear me blowing my nose, did you? Okay, so I start again because the recording on the camera wasn't gone. I repeat, as I explained in the Keshe Foundation Health Program last week, the Keshe Foundation starts the process of the 100 cancer cases around the world, which means remotely from here in the Cincinnati, sorry, not in the Cincinnati, but in Trane. I'm still stuck in the north. It shows my age. I'm forgetting where I am. So we start this process of reversal of cancer to test the ability of our systems here in Trane in producing the systems from tomorrow. As I said, that Professor Lutzi and I will start the production and assembly of these units this week and next 2-3 weeks. So what we are looking for is we give you direction in China because these units are actually manufactured in China. You can get it. Get in touch or make arrangement with Lisa or Mr. Hui to be, if you have a cancer or you know somebody who has a cancer, to, if you do not have success or you've not had success with different operations of cancer in your country, or you have tested chemotherapy and the cancer is still spread, we are looking to test the possibility and capability of systems that we can change diseases in deep space from Earth. So now you Chinese become deep space from us because you're a farthest distance from here. So if you have cancer, and we give you indication next week in how we send the units to China, or in China you can buy it, we tell you where and how, that you can send us a sample of your blood. Then from here, we dictate the change of the condition and physicality. Then in mid-June, end of June, we will send the unit to China that if the doctors say you had a cancer, they dictate the condition of cancer from your blood or tumor. What we're going to do is, with the new technology, you put your hand or your finger inside the system which we send to China, to Mr. Hui. You have to actually go to Zhejiang to see him. Then we assess the gravitational magnetic field of the cancer from here with the system you have, and then with your blood we change the condition from here. So what it means, we're going to measure the GANS of magnetic gravitational fields of the disease, and in that process remotely, because the system you have in China and the system we have here are connected internally, to reverse the process. We expect a very short time. If it's correct, and if it's not correct, we test it, we change it. If you are correct, we expect to change the course of cancer within 3 to 5 days, maximum 30 days. without any medicine, without anything. It's just changing the balance of the fields within the body of the man. And if you are correct, then we spread these machines around the Keshe Foundations around the world. Now the Keshe Foundations around the world find the resources to be able to help their communities with different diseases. And then Professor Lutzi and I and the other knowledge seekers around the world, we put a structure into this material, into this system. So you can buy a system if you have Alzheimer's, according to your blood. You can buy a system if you have a cancer, if you can buy a system if you have different diseases and problems. So we physically start putting these systems into operation. You saw its simple version at the opening of the institute 2-3 weeks ago. Professor Lutzi showed it. This was the interface between the plasma and GANS. And now we go in the total GANS condition in the coming weeks. We will show openly the systems, and the systems openly will be tested. So the China has been allocated 20 spaces or 20 patients. This is the picture you see. So if you are part of the Keshe Foundation China, and you know or you have or you're aware of somebody who has a cancer which other technologies in reversal has failed, or they do not want to test something else, you can become a volunteer to Destiny Institute Technology from distance, and then we have to add it and educate ourselves in how we can change it for you. But you will see the new version of these. I spoke with Professor Lutzi yesterday. We're going to show it, and on Tuesday afternoons, which is the health sections, or Tuesday morning, which is the SSI teaching section, you will be sitting here with Professor Lutzi going through these systems one at a time, and he will explain and describe everything.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to translate?
I will translate. Yes. 开始说就说如果你们没有听到就是这个上一个星期的这个医疗教学的话，我现在就说跟我们中国这个朋友说就是说宣布一件事情，因为我们决定呢，在6月份的时候呢，会对100名癌症志愿者进行治疗，就是遥控治疗。这样呢，就是我们在开幕式上那个Lucy 教授呢给我们展示了当时的这个就是说出版的这个仪器。那么这个仪器呢，应该从明天开始制造。这个仪器呢会结合干丝和等离子体的这个就是说这个界面。那么呢就会对这个100个病人进行遥控治疗。那么我们中国呢会希望有20名志愿者参加，主要是说等到时候我们可以买一个这个仪器，这个仪器因为会在中国制造，然后你有这个仪器，你给开始基金会那里边就是说在 Chinese 那里你把血样给它寄过去。然后呢，你在这一边把你的手伸到这个仪器里边，然后那里在吹你呢就可以给你调节进行治疗。说如果然后呢，我们看这个结果，治疗结果如何如果这个证明有效性的话基本上我们在2到3天之内就可以改变你的这个就是状况，使得你的这个我们这个治疗就是要使这个癌症会逆转。还有什么就说因为将来的话，假如你要是在外太空，你如果病的话，那么就说从地球给你治疗，就是通过这种可以治疗所以说中国呢基本上就跟外太空差不多，离那里很远了。基本上就是这个样子。还有其他的补充吗？
You translated everything?
Yes.
Okay. We will announce this again in the health workshops later on today.
开始说我们会在这个今天更晚一点，这个医疗教学也还会宣布这个。
I know Rick, you're going to tell me it's time for the health shop, but it's still all the time.
Speaking of health workshop, yes, we could just switch over to the other live stream channel and sort of.
Can we see the second question? It's okay if you want to switch.
Go to the questions, please.
I'm getting bald, no hair left, you see. I'm going to use the system to grow hair.
We could go right into the health workshop. I could just stop the live stream and continue on with the health.
Okay, do you want to stop or
will be same webinar? Will be same webinar?
We could. The next question is whether it will bring damage to our physical body when we produce GANS
reactors. Okay, go back to it. Go back. So let's answer the two together. Or bring it to the health section if you like.
Sure, it'll only take a couple of minutes to switch over, right, Vince?
Okay, we switch, we answer it on the other side. Okay, keep it.
Yeah.
We still carry on the Chinese into the health.
Exactly. So we can just stay all right here. Everything's working. I don't.
Okay, we stay on. We don't go anywhere.
So no panic. Do not jam the exits.
Yes. Okay, please. So what I would like to do is, Rick, if you could just please end the Chinese workshop, and then I'll let you know when I start the other one.
Okay. Well, this is the end of the 10th Chinese Knowledge Seekers workshop for Tuesday, May 12th. Thank you, everybody, for attending.
OK，我翻译一下啊。